Now we're going to talk about how you control depth of field. First of all, the term depth of field may be a little mysterious to you. It means nothing more than how much of the image is going to be in focus between the camera and the farthest thing you can see. If you have more depth of field, then a greater range from near to far is going to be in focus. And if you have less depth of field, what's sharp and in focus will be very limited. You control depth of field with something called aperture priority mode. I've already shown you how to set that. But basically you either have it on a mode dial on your camera and you just turn to the A, which stands for aperture priority mode, or you have some kind of a button or menu setting on your camera that puts you in aperture priority mode, and you'll see that you're in aperture priority mode on your settings menu. Once you're in aperture priority mode, you then turn the camera's settings dial until you see the aperture that you want. Wide apertures give you very narrow depth of field. So you notice everything in the background and everything that's way in the foreground is out of focus. Just these few little buds of this very tiny little plant are razor sharp. If you want to increase your depth of field, you stop way down. In other words, you use a smaller aperture, and the result is there's a lot more in focus. Here we're using a 1/30th of a second at f11. So that's about all there is to it. The main thing you remember is that your shutter speed will have to get slower to compensate for stopping down when you want more depth of field. Conversely, if you want less depth of field, say you're shooting a portrait and you want the background to be out of focus, you have to use a higher shutter speed to get a wider aperture.